Alright, here's my story about my toxic relationship. 23/5 of a year. So I dated this girl for 5 years. Started in my senior year of high school, her junior year. We had a very on and off relationship. When it was good it was really good, and when it was bad it was really bad. We both had plenty of faults in the relationship, but I legitimately believe she is a narcissist. There were so many times in the relationship when I would bring up something bothering me or if I felt a certain way. She would either shoot it down and not want to talk, or tell me that I was just accusing her of being a bad girlfriend. She would break up with me over very small things and then block me, then unblock me and want to work things out, and I'd give in. This went on for the entire 5 years. One example is she broke up with me because she found out that I wasn't going to be proposing on a family trip to Tennessee. I had a completely different plan that I thought would be better. Other examples of things she has said to me in the past include, "You have a pathetic and sorry-ass life and you aren't worth being my boyfriend." Those two stuck with me the entire relationship. Fast forward to January of 2021. I had developed some pretty bad anxiety, I believe in large part due to the toxicity of the relationship and just the overall toll it took on me. Constantly having to worry if she'd break up with me on any given day. Around the end of January, I randomly had my first bad anxiety attack. It was horrible and I was convinced I was having a heart attack. She was in nursing school at the time, and had a lot on her plate, which I understand. She told me I was just making a big deal out of nothing and that I was adding to her stress. Long story short, I decided I wanted to go get a checkup done just to be safe. She broke up with me that day when I told her I was going to get a checkup. She said it was because I wasn't trusting her opinion as a student nurse and not treating her with the respect I should be in regards to her nursing opinion. We stayed in contact kind of off and on that week. I decided not to get the checkup because now at this point I felt like I was just being dumb by wanting to get it. I ended up going to the emergency room because I couldn't stop worrying. I texted her to let her know I was getting tests ran on me at the emergency room and that I wish I had her there with me. Being alone in the emergency room not knowing what's going on with you is scary as hell. Her response, "You'll be fine," which I already told you. Tests and all came back fine, but I was in shock that after 5 years, she didn't seem to care. She didn't talk to me for a couple weeks, not even to check in on how I was doing. Then in next few months until about May, she would continue to want to hang out and stuff, and for some reason, I'd give in. Until one night my little sister, 16 at the time, had some issues going on in her relationship. And my ex decided she was going to give her advice, and I got out the car from getting food with them and they talked. After they got back, my ex came back into my room and cuddled up to me and said, "Dang, you've been losing some weight, babe." Accidentally calling me babe. Turns out, all she did was tell my sister how much she regretted not breaking up with me sooner, and even included some really personal things about me that only she knew. She told my sister she only kept wanting to hang out with me because she had nobody else to hang out with. I cut her off after that and we didn't talk for a few months until September, when she randomly texted me wanting to get dinner and apologize for how things ended. I had been the happiest I had been in a while in those few months of no contact. I was figuring out who I am again, who I want to be, and where I want to be. After we had dinner, which I regretfully agreed to, she continued to text me and hang out as friends. This went on for a couple months. She would kiss me, then tell me it was a mistake and it shouldn't happen. She had me stay the night with her about a month ago, and then said it shouldn't happen again. Then, January 1st, she texted me wanting to try to work things out and give our relationship a second chance. I agreed, and again she instantly became distant. I eventually found out about a week ago that she was involved with another guy that she had met on Tinder at the time. And I guess was just keeping me as her backup option. They are dating now, official on Facebook and everything lol. Now I am starting the healing process over again, nearly 6 months of progress wiped clean. If you've read all this, I just want to say thank you for bearing with me while I get all my thoughts out, haha. I'm not sure why I'm posting this, I think just to air everything out and get it out there because I know there are other people in somewhat similar toxic situations. It's so tempting to go back when you've been through the emotional abuse. It tears who you are as a person down to the core, and the abuser makes it to where you feel like you only have them and nothing else. Like you aren't deserving of anything more. It's a vicious cycle, and I really wish I had been strong enough back in September to tell her no, I'm happy now and it's not good for me. I don't want anyone else to make the same mistake I did and fall back into the trap of manipulation and deception by a toxic ex. If I can help just one person keep from going back to a toxic situation, it's worth it to me to post this. Here's to starting over. TLDR, I was in a toxic relationship for 5 years. Broke up, continued to get manipulated by her for months after not having contact for a while. If you have any tips on healing from a situation like this, please leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like and follow for more content.